Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll discuss about a genus of a bryophyte, that is Riccia. We'll discuss about something about the Riccia. So Riccia is a genus of liverworts, and in the family or in the class of Marcantiopsida. The class is Marcantiopsida. Order Marcantiales. Order Marcantiales. Family Ricciaceae. Family Ricciaceae, and the genus is Riccia. The dominant part of this plant is gametophytic plant body. Generally, gametophytic plant body is thalloid-like structure. You observe it is generally found in moist places or shady places. We know all bryophytes are green in color. So the thallus is green in color, and it is a prostate, and as you know, it is a thallus-like structure, thalloid body. The body is thalloid body, and it is a linear and prostate body. They are look like this. They are generally present in damp wall or shady places. That means they need water. They are present in this place because they need water for the reproduction. During the reproduction, they need water, so for that reason they are found in the shady or moist places where water is available. And the branch is dichotomously branched. You can see it is dichotomously branched. If we see this one part, then it is dichotomously branched, and it is a green in color, and the thallus is generally thick in the middle part and thin towards the margin part. The middle part is very much thick in comparison to the margin part of the thallus, and it is not differentiated into stem, root and leaf. Then it is differentiated into, they are dorsiventrally differentiated. Ventrally differentiated means the upper part and the lower part. They have two parts. One is dorsal part and the ventral part. They have two parts. So let us study something about dorsal and ventral part. This is the dorsal part. Here apical knots is present. Apical knots. This is the dorsal part. Okay. They are dorsiventrally differentiated. Dorsal and ventral part is there. Dorsal part is like that, apical knots, and the margin is there. Towards the margin the thallus body is thick, and towards the margin it is thin, and the ventral part is look like this. Here in the margin part, what happened? Scales and rhizoids are present. Scales and rhizoids are present in the middle dorsal part, in the middle part of the ventral side. This is the ventral side. This is the external features of Riccia, dorsal side and the ventral side, and the margin of the ventral side is looked like this. Rhizoids and scales are there. If we see microscopically the rhizoids have two types. In case of Riccia, two types of rhizoids are found. One is smooth wall, smooth wall, smooth wall. The rhizoids are like this. The rhizoids, they are root-like structure. Here root is absent, but rhizoids is present, and the function of the rhizoids is the absorption of water, nutrient, and it also helps to attach in the substratum. So rhizoid is a root-like structure. It is a smooth wall and the tuberculated. Tuberculated. That means some tuber-like structure are present inside the rhizoid. In the rhizoid, in the surface of the rhizoid, some tubers are present. So two types of rhizoids are present: smooth wall and tubercular rhizoids. So this is the external features of the Riccia. And it is a green in color. The bryophyte is green in color. This is green in color, so they can produce their own food. Now come to the main part of the genus, that is reproduction. How they reproduce. Reproduction. They reproduce by means of two ways. One is vegetative and another is sexual reproduction. Okay. So first of all, we will discuss about the vegetative reproduction. Vegetative reproduction. Vegetative reproduction, first way is the by progressive death and decay of the older parts and decay of the older parts of the thallus. One process is this, by progressive death and decay of the older parts of the thallus. Here what happens? The continuous growth from the growing point, that is the tip of the thallus, takes place. That means the tip of the thallus continuously grows, and what happens after that, the basal part of the body, later on they are decay or they rot away. Then the tip of the plant, they grow continuously and form one new plant. In this way, vegetatively or by progressive death and decay of the older part of the thallus and the growth of the growing part, that means the tip of the plant, they produce one separate plant. After that, this is a drawing. If this is the tip of the plant, the tip of the plant grow and grow, they are continuously growing, and later on the basal part, it become rot away, and the tip of the plant, again they give rise to a new plant. This is the vegetative way. Then the second way is the by adventitious branch. By adventitious branch. Here some adventitious branches are produced in the thallus body, and from the thallus body, from the adventitious branch, one new plant or new separate plant is developed. Then again from the rhizoid also what happened? A new plant is developed. The rhizoids are dichotomously divided, and they continuously grow, and from the one rhizoid again somehow it's a rhizoid separate from the plant body, and from the rhizoid one new plant is arise. So this is the way of vegetative reproduction. They reproduce by means of two ways. Earlier we are discussing about this. One is vegetative and another is the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. Here the main body, the main body is the gametophytic body. Gametophytic body, so the whole body is, the chromosome number of the whole body is N. The haploid chromosome number is there. And here what happens? Sexual reproduction takes place by means of, here one important features is there, they have pure or well developed sex organs. They have well developed sex organs. So sexual reproduction takes place by the well developed sex organ, and the male sex organ is known as antheridium, and the female sex organ is known as archegonium, and the female sex organ is known as archegonium. Mostly they are monoecious or homothallic, and the sex organs are present singly. And what happened, one interesting thing is there, at first the sex organs are present superficially in a body. That means this is the body, or if you cut this body in a TS, that means transverse section, then what happens? First of all, the sex organ is present superficially in the body at first, but later stages in development, what happens? They are enveloped by some outgrowth. They are enveloped by some outgrowth of the tissue, and after that they are embedded in a cavity. The whole sex organ, both sex organs are embedded in a cavity, and the cavity is known as, for the male sex organ, the cavity is known as antheridial chamber, and for the female sex organ, the cavity is known as archegonial chamber. So this is the morphological features of this sex organ. So first of all, antheridium. This is the male symbol. So we'll discuss. We have been going through this, that the sex organs are present in a cavity. They are embedded in a cavity, and the whole antheridium, one antheridium or a mature antheridium is a globular or pear-shaped structure. The structure is not in a mark. Okay, let me again draw this structure. This is a globular structure. I cannot draw. Yes, this is the globular structure of antheridium. It is a mature antheridium, and it is developed, it is covered by a single layer jacket or wall. It is covered by a single layer wall, and inside the antheridium, what happens? Androcyte mother cells are there. Androcyte mother cells are there, and after the diagonal division of the androcyte mother cell, they gives androcyte cell or antherozoids. They have loss of antherozoids. And here one breaking wall is also present. One breaking wall is also present. Through this breaking wall, during the fertilization process, all the antherozoids comes out from this wall. That means when fertilization takes place, the wall breaks down, the walls of the antheridium breaks down, and the whole antherozoids are released from this wall. So this is the antheridium, and these are wholly embedded inside a cavity which is known as antheridial chamber. After that, what happens? organ. The female sex organ is known as archegonium. They are also embedded in a chamber, but not like that of the antheridium. They are slightly above from the cavity. Then also they are embedded in a cavity, and this cavity is known as archegonial chamber. The archegonial chamber, they are flux-shaped structure. The archegonium is flux-shaped structure. Here, egg is present at the lower part of the archegonium, and here in the upper part, this is some extra cell. This is the neck canal cell. This is the neck canal cell. The upper part of the neck of archegonium generally protrudes out of the cavity, and the upper part of the neck canal cells, some larger cells are there. They are present at the tip of the archegonium. Okay, so this is the structure of the female sex organ. So during fertilization, what happens? During fertilization, this is the male sex organ. This is the male sex organ where antherozoids are present, and breaking wall is here. And this is the female sex organ. Here egg is present. So during fertilization they need water. When the rainy season, that means in the rainy season they are generally reproduced. So when water is available, then it breaks or it helps to break the wall of the antheridium, and with the help of water, all the antherozoids comes out and they swim towards the archegonium. This is the female sex organ, and archegonium is the female sex organ. So with the help of water, they swim towards the archegonium, and they settle down at the upper part of the archegonium. At the time of reproduction, or at the time of fertilization, what happens? The neck canal cell of the archegonium, they are dissolved, and all the antherozoids, they swim with the help of water. That means they have flagella. Okay, they are motile, they have flagella. So all antherozoids comes into the archegonium, and then they fertilize the egg and form zygote, So the body is gametophytic body. The sex organ gametophytic body, that means the chromosome number is N. The sex organ is chromosome number is N. The cell antherozoid is N. The egg is N. But after the fertilization, they produce zygote, and the chromosome number become twice N. And this stage is the first stage of the sporophytic plant body of a Riccia. That means sporophytic plant body is a diploid structure. So this is the first stage of the sporophytic. That means sporophytic stage begins from the zygote. Then from the zygote, what happens? Sporophytic bodies develop. sporophytic body is very much that means it is recessive and it is a capsule or spore sac. Then it is a spore sac structure and it is a very simple structure. It is like a capsule. It is like a capsule. It is a sporophytic body. And inside the sporophytic body, it is a sporophytic body. Inside the sporophytic body, spore mother cells are there. And after the meiotic cell division, that means from the zygote, what happens? Sporophytic body of the Riccia form. Sporophytic body is the chromosome number is twice, and inside the all cell of the sporophytic body is twice, and all these cells are twice n chromosome number. They have twice n chromosome number. So what happens after the meiotic cell divisions? That means the cycle is like that. Gametophytic body forms sporophytic body. Again sporophytic body forms gametophytic body. That means alternation of generation. They alternate the generation. So gametophytic is n chromosome number. So after the fertilization, they form sporophytic body, that is twice n. Then from the meiotic cell division, after meiotic cell division, again the chromosome number become half, that is n, and they form inside the sporophytic body. They form some spore. After meiotic cell division of the spore mother cell, they form spore, and the spore chromosome number is n. And after this. When they get suitable environment, they comes out from the body and the spores are released, and again they form from the one spore, they again form one new plant. That is one new gametophytic plant. So the first stage of the sporophytic body in Riccia, that is the first stage is the zygote, and the first stage of the gametophytic body is the spore. Spore is the first stage of the gametophytic body, and the zygote is the first stage of the sporophytic body. So it is very simple, the lower group of organism. So the reproduction is very much simple. So in this way they reproduce and they alternate the generation. All these are about the genus Riccia. So you have to study the, first of all, if the question comes like this, that write the life cycle or life history of Riccia. If question comes like that, the life history of Riccia, then you have to write first of all classification, then external feature or morphology, that means morphology of the gametophytic body. Okay, gametophytic body, that means the dorsal, ventral part, scales, rhizomes are present. So that only is the external feature, that is a morphology. Then you have to mention something about anatomy. Then lastly reproduction, and don't forget to draw the life cycle drawing. Okay, draw the life cycle of the Riccia. And also in this whole note, you have to draw the antheridium, archegonium organ, then the sporophytic body, gametophytic body. Drawing is must. So this is the way you write the life history of the Riccia. So that's all for today. Thank you.